Okay, what is going on, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of Juggernaut Retro Reviews. This is episode number 54 of Juggernaut Retro Reviews, and on this edition, I will be reviewing WWF Survivor Series 1994, which this show was held on November 23rd, 1994 from San Antonio, Texas at the Freeman Coliseum. And so I'm not gonna waste any time, getting started with this. So this is still the time, still the arrow, kind of transitioning out of the Hogan period and stuff. So they're still trying to get like used to everything still, trying to transition with new stars and all of that, trying to build up new characters, trying to build around a lot of new characters and stuff. So I thought this Survivor Series show was pretty good. But yeah, so the first match that kicked off this show was a traditional Survivor Series match. We had a 5-on-5 match between the bad guys, which consisted of the 1-2-3 Kid, the British Bulldog, Fatu, Razor Ramon. I can't even pronounce this. I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name, but his former name was the Barbarian. And then we also had Afa. Wait. Oh yeah. I said that team's name, and then they went up against the Teamsters: Diesel, Jeff Jarrett, Jim Dangle Neidhart, Owen Hart, and Shawn Michaels. So this was a pretty stacked traditional Survivor Series match. You had a lot of up and coming talent like Diesel. They were getting ready to give him the big rub. You had Shawn Michaels. You had former Intercontinental champions, former tag team champions, so I mean there was some pretty good talent in this match. British Bulldog was in here, Razor Ramon, 1-2-3 Kid, and his name is X-Pac, Jeff Jarrett, so you had a lot of really good talent in this match. But basically the whole storyline behind this match. So, Diesel, he was eliminating everybody left and right. I mean, Diesel hit a jackknife powerbomb to Fatu, got rid of him, and then Diesel hit a powerbomb on the 1-2-3 Kid, got rid of him, and then hit one on the Barbarian, got rid of him. And British Bulldog, he got counted out in this match, and it basically became like a 5-on-1, right? Yeah, basically became like a 5-on-1. You had Razor Ramon being like the last person in there for the bad guys. And it goes like, oh, there's no way Razor Ramon has a chance here. But no, he was kind of like holding his own and stuff. And then Shawn Michaels, he was being very cocky and stuff. He wanted to be tagged in and stuff. Well, actually, he didn't want to be tagged in right at the beginning, but then eventually, Shawn Michaels, he got control, and he told Diesel to hold him. And, Shawn Michaels has super kicked Diesel a couple times already. Gave him a Sweet Chin Music a couple times already. So, Diesel, he didn't want to hold him because he was like, oh no, he knows where this is going. So, Diesel was holding Razor Ramon, and then Razor Ramon ducks out of the way, and then Shawn Michaels super kicks Diesel. And Diesel's pissed. And they're tag team champions at this point. Diesel and Shawn Michaels. Excuse me. So, Diesel's pissed. He starts chasing after Shawn Michaels, and the rest of the Teamsters, they kind of go like, hey, try to not have them fighting and stuff. So they go backstage. They're all running backstage. The referees count to 10. And basically, the referee counts the rest of the Teamsters out. And Razor Ramon is the sole survivor for the bad guys. Which I thought was kind of odd, this match right here, like with the whole ending, kind of reminded me of like Survivor Series 91, I think, where Ric Flair's team got eliminated and he was like the only one like left. Like they all got like disqualified or counted out or something like that. Well, this is what this kind of reminded me of. But the weird thing is here, like the referee only counted a 10 once, and like he didn't count the Jeff Jarrett and who was it? It was like Jeff Jarrett and like Jim Dingle Neidhart. They're like, oh man, maybe we better run back to the ring, but they didn't end up making it back in time. And like I said, Razor Ramon was the sole survivor here for his team, which basically they were trying to plant the seeds for Shawn Michaels and Diesel here. Plant the seeds for this big feud that they were going to be having here. And later on the night, you saw Shawn Michaels leaving in his car because Diesel was chasing after him. Diesel was still pissed, and Shawn Michaels relinquished his belt. He was like, "I don't want this belt," so basically dropped the title belt without actually having to put over anybody. But yeah, I really liked the storytelling to this match here. I think it was very good. So yeah, good way to open up the show. And then the next match we had was a 4-on-4 Survivor Series elimination match. Oh man, this match is a doozy right here. This is a great match. No, this match is not that good. But we had the Royal Family, Jerry Lawler's team. So we had Cheesy, Queasy, and Sleazy. And all those guys are midgets. Going up against Clowns R Us. Doink the Clowns team. So you had Dink, Pink, and Wink. So you had and they were all little midgets also. Yeah, this match was just a very comical match. I wasn't a fan of this match at all. I didn't like it. It was just weird. This reminded me of the matchup from the prior year where they had Doink the Clowns team, and like they had it was like Mabel, and like it was like Mabel's team. Hold on, let me go look at that really quick because I'm trying to remember exactly who was all on that team. Let me see. Give me 1 second really quick. So, yeah, so the year before this, they had, oh yeah, it was like the Bushwhackers, and like it was the Men on the Mission, and going up against Bam Bam Bigelow's team. Yeah, this match, kind of reminded me of, the 1993, with, like I said, the Bushwhackers and all that. Basically, the Royal Family, they got the clean sweep on Clowns RS, and after the match, basically you had Jerry Lawler, like the who was it? Sleazy, Queasy, and Cheesy. They were all celebrating, and Jerry Lawler goes like, "What are you celebrating for? You guys didn't do anything." And Jerry Lawler was saying, "You better get down on both hands and knees and start kissing my feet." Jerry Lawler being the heel that he is. Then you had like Clowns RS, them coming back out. Well, they were under the ring and stuff after this match. They were under the ring, and they started gaining up on Jerry Lawler, and so did Cheesy, Queasy, and Sleazy. They took out Jerry Lawler. And then eventually you had Doink the Clown come out, put a pie in the face of Jerry Lawler. So this is a very comical, very skippable match here. Wasn't a fan of this comical stuff that they were doing, but hey, yeah, I mean, the Royal Family got the win. Like I said, this is very, very skippable here. But yeah, then the next match we had was a submission match for the WWF Championship. We have Bob Backlund going up against Bret the Hitman Hart, which was defending the WWF Championship. And in the corner of Bob Backlund, you had Owen Hart. And in the corner of Bret Hart, you had the British Bulldog. And so basically the stipulation to this match was you had to have, like, your manager had to throw the towel in order for, like, you to be, like, lose the match. See, the Bob Backlund, Owen Hart wasn't going to throw the towel in for Bob Backlund, even though how much Bob Backlund was screaming or anything. And, this was a very technical match, a very, very long match. This match got 35 minutes. 35 minutes and 11 seconds to be exact here on Wikipedia. But yeah, this was a pretty technical match here. Very technical, but from both guys. Bret Hart, he's very good in the ring. He can get out of any submission. And, throughout the match, Bob Backlund tried to put in the crossface chicken wing a lot. He even had a lot of side headlocks from Bret Hart a lot through the match. So, I mean, it was very good, technically sound match. It wasn't bad. But then you had like Owen Hart kind of started getting involved. Like he ran into the ring and British Bulldog was chasing him. And then like eventually British Bulldog, he ran into the steel steps and he got knocked out he was knocked out for the rest of his time being. And Bob Backlund ended up finally locking in the crossface chicken wing. And I felt like he was in the crossface chicken wing for like an eternity. He was in it for Bret Hart was in it for quite a while. Like he was starting to pass out. And Owen Hart, he was doing this like all, fake crying and all that, I mean, it looked believable, if it, watching it during the time. Even Vince McMahon go like, this is the real Owen Hart. This is the real Owen Hart. But Gorilla Monsoon didn't believe it at all. He was like, he's just putting on a show, basically all that jazz, excuse me. And then, so you had Stu Hart and Helen Hart, sitting out by ringside. And Owen Hart was pleading for, Stu and Helen to throw in the towel for Bret Hart. So that, they eventually, they come over the barricade and stuff. And Stu Hart grabs the towel, which I thought that was smart to smart to do. Because, Bret Hart, he said that he can get out of any submission hold, if there's a hold, like there's a way to get out of it. That's what he said. Bret said that before. Being the mother that Helen is, she didn't want to see her son, get hurt anymore. So she ended up throwing in the towel, and Bob Backlund became the new WWF champion. So basically, kind of like the whole storyline behind this was back in 1983, I'm pretty sure, Bob Backlund, he lost the title without, even submitting, like a towel got thrown in. Or like he didn't even submit to it, and that's how he lost the title. So basically, Vince is just trying to, pay one back to Bob Backlund here. Basically give him that big title win. Give him another WWE title. Basically, but then was making Bob Backlund a transitional champion here. And also, one thing I didn't really like about this match is like that you can't have someone else throwing in a towel. It needs to be that person. So British Bulldog needed to be the person to throw in a towel. But WWE is going to do what WWE wants to do. So that's the way it is. But yeah, they basically made Bob Backlund the transitional champion because I think it was on a house show like a couple weeks later. They had Diesel become WWF champion. And like I said, they were setting up a feud between Diesel and Shawn Michaels. But yeah, really enjoyable match. I enjoyed it. Very good, technically sound match. But Bob Backlund won. And then the next match we had was the $1 Million Dream Team. No, sorry, the $1 Million Team. We have Bam Bam Bigelow, Jimmy Del Rey, King Kong Bundy, and Tatanka, and Bruce Pritchard. Sorry, going up against Guts and Glory, Adam Bomb, Bart Gunn, Billy Gunn, Lex Luger, and Mabel. This was a really fun Survivor Series, traditional Survivor Series match. I really enjoyed it. So first off, Mabel eliminated Tom Pritchard, by doing, big splash him, got rid of him. So Tom Pritchard, he was the first one to go. And then Mabel was the next one to go. He got eliminated by a count out, so that's how they got rid of him. And then Bam Bam Bigelow, he eliminated Adam Bomb by doing this like nice somersault type of move off the top rope, And Bam Bam Bigelow, he's very agile in the ring for being a big man. Like he can move around pretty good in the ring. So Bam Bam Bigelow eliminated Adam Bomb. Lex Luger eliminated Jimmy Del Rey with like a shoulder tackle. And then Tatanka eliminated Bart Gunn. And then we had King Kong Bundy eliminated Billy Gunn, which it was kind of weird seeing King Kong Bundy. Like he couldn't move. I don't think he moved as well as he did like back in like the 80s and stuff. Like he's wasn't in that good of shape, to be honest. But yeah, King Kong Bundy got rid of Billy Gunn. And then Lex Luger got rid of Tatanka. and King Kong Bundy got rid of Lex Luger. So the sole survivors for this match were Bam Bam Bigelow and King Kong Bundy. They were sole survivors. I mean, it was a good match. Nothing like really too crazy. I mean, all these guys really in this match were really solid. Why did they have the heavily bodies in this match? I have no idea why. Like, couldn't they got some other teams? Like, and the tag team division, right, during this time period wasn't that good. And especially going into 95, it was very random. Because I can't remember who they put as, like, the tag team champions, like, around the Rumble. It was, like, 1, 2, 3 Kid and, like, someone else. Like, it was very random who they put. But, yeah, I mean, it was a good 5-on-5 Survivor Series elimination match. And then we had the main event, which was a casket match with Chuck Norris as a special outside enforcer. Basically making sure nobody would interfere. So we had the Undertaker going up against Yokozuna. And this was a really fun match. I really enjoyed this a lot. Yokozuna being that big man he is, this was very a slow, methodical match, And that's how Undertaker usually has his matches. But there was a lot of distractions that came out in this match. I mean, we had, we had Bam Bam Bigelow, and we had King Kong Bundy come down. They came out to kind of do distracting, and the referee and stuff. And we had IRS, hit Undertaker with a briefcase, and then trying to help out Yokozuna win. I'm trying to remember if British Bulldog came out to help Undertaker. I really don't remember that exactly. The whole ending. I remember the ending. But yeah, we had a lot of interference in this match. Oh, Jeff Jarrett came out. He tried stopping. He got in it with Chuck Norris, and Chuck Norris, he got a huge pop because this is where they did like his Western movies and stuff, or they did all those Western shows. So Chuck Norris gave Jeff Jarrett a kick to the gut, and I thought that was nice. The crowd gave Chuck Norris a huge pop. But yeah, so Undertaker, he was in the casket. Yokozuna was getting ready to close the lid, but Undertaker grabs Yokozuna by the neck and throws him into the chokeslams him into the casket, and Undertaker shuts the lid, and the winner of the match was the Undertaker. Basically kind of get revenge on what happened at the Rumble from 94. Excuse me again. Yeah, so kind of getting revenge on from what happened at the Rumble 94. Yokozuna, this was about, the tail end of his career, like being in like the main event picture and stuff, which, being a big man the size that he is, I mean, he could go pretty good, he had to be carried in a lot of his matches, but hey, Yokozuna, he wasn't bad, he was pretty decent, for this time period. But yeah, Undertaker won. He beat Yokozuna in the casket match. So yeah, that was the main event. Overall, I thought Survivor Series 94 was really good. These Survivor Series pay-per-views are getting better. They're slowly getting better. With these traditional Survivor Series matches, and these main event matches are getting a lot better than what they were like in the late 80s and the early 90s. I mean, like I said, they're getting better, and like they're really build up to better storylines. So definitely what to check out on the show. Check out the opening match. Check out that match. You can also check out the Bob Backlund and Bret Hart. Check out that match. Very good technical match. You can also check out the other 5-on-5 Survivor Series match, the $1 Million Team and Guts and Glory. Check out that. And check out the main event, The Undertaker and Yokozuna. Don't check out the Royal Family going up against the Clowns RS. Don't check out that match, because that, like I said, that was a terrible match. That match about put me to sleep. But yeah, some videos I got coming up on my channel. So I got another retro review to do for you guys. I'm going to be talking about Survivor Series 96 in my next review. So that's going to be fun. See the debut of Rocky Maivia, or Dwayne The Rock Johnson, seeing him debut. That's going to be nice. And I think we have Shawn Michaels and Psycho Sid on that show. So, hey, that's going to be a fun show to watch. As well as I got my Survivor Series War Games 2022 predictions to do later on this week. Probably, I don't know, maybe tonight I'll do them out. We'll see when I want to do them. So I got that coming up. As well as I need to do my Impact Wrestling Overdrive 2022 review. I still have yet to watch a show. There's just so much stuff I've been trying to catch up on with wrestling wise. But yeah, so those are some stuff I got coming up on my channel. Also, if this is your first time ever checking out my channel, hit that subscribe button. Hit the run up the likes, to help the algorithm out, so more people can see my videos and stuff. As well as share the video, on all social media platforms. And also, like I said, subscribe, like, share the video. Turn on my notification bell to be notified every time I make a new video, so you don't have to wonder, oh, when's Juggernaut making a new video? Well, you know when I'm making a new video because you have all my notifications. And also, go follow me on my social media platforms. Go follow me on Twitter and Instagram at TheTrueJSB. Again, these links will be all down in the description below. And also go subscribe to the Flex Zone podcast, as well as Kicking It with Leo, the Instant Classic Wrestling podcast, and the TAG podcast. So go subscribe to all those podcasts. Great stuff. It's great channels. So go do that. And this is your boy Juggernaut saying peace out, and I will catch you guys in my next video whenever that may be.